A house not haunted by flickering lights or spectral falling chairs, but by dark spray painted letters of scum family and stone shattered windows. Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is Surbi, and today I'm going to give you a brief review about the book A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and a brief review about the show. So, let's get started. So, where should I start? From the book. And I think the show should have also started from the book itself, because I can feel there is a huge difference between the book and the show. So, let's just start from the book. So, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is written by Holly Jackson, and it is a great read. For me, I can rate it 100 out of 100 because it is just written so beautifully. Every details about the case or everything related to each character or the characterization has been done very beautifully. The relationship, the scenes, the mysteries have been shown very beautifully, and it's written very beautifully. Anyone can read. It is very easy to read book, and if you love psychological thriller, then this book is for you. So the story revolves around Pip, who has taken an EPQ project of a murder case that has been closed up 5 years back, Andy Bell's murder case. And it was believed that she was killed by her own boyfriend, Salil Singh, Sal as known in the book. So Pip gathers all the information that are there for the Andy Bell murder case, the articles, the videos, the police investigation. She tries to gather all of it, and she decides to interview all the people that are related to Andy Bell and Salil Singh. So initially she started her interview with Ravi Singh to get a detail and character of Salil Singh better. Then she moved on to different peoples related to the Andy Bell and Salil Singh, like their friends and their relatives. So she found out many hidden secrets of all the characters, all their friends, everything, which kind of make each character a suspect, and how Pip narrows down to the main suspects and how she carries on the investigation. It has been depicted very beautifully. The notes she has taken, the diagrams, the charts, each and every phone call has been logged. But there are some people around her who doesn't want her to dig into this case and are constantly threatening her to leave this case or leave this project. But she keeps on digging things, she keeps on finding secrets of each and every one, and she was a bit scared with the threatening messages. She continued to do her work, and Ravi has played a great partner in crime role where he helped Pip in every possible way to gather all the information and in untangle all the mysteries that are around the case. So this book revolves around all the investigation and how each one has been interviewed. Everything has been logged carefully with the time and date, and this is how Pip solves the murder eventually. And the characterization I told you is very amazing in this book. Also, Pip is a very amazing and adorable person and a strong-headed person, and she has decided to decode this case, and she will eventually decode this case. So this book is amazing. The relationship between each and every character is amazing, and each character has been evolved gradually, and if you'll read it, you'll find it. This book is just amazing. Now coming to the show part, as I told you, I feel there is a great difference between the book and the movie. In the movie has been shown beautifully actually. Each and every character was has played their part, and you will feel it is very relatable kind of thing. And the premise is quite cozy and everyone knows each other. The show is fast paced, bits and pieces of each character will be shown, and yeah, the show is quite good. But there is a quite difference between the two. There are characters in the book that Pip contacts, and one interview after another she decodes the case. But in the show it hasn't been shown like that. Most of the things has been accumulated at once, and it's just too fast paced, I would say. And the book is not that fast paced. Book has things going on gradually and naturally, and that makes the book impeccable. But yes, as the show has time limit, we understand that they have to provide the all the things in that time limit, so we understand that. But there are few more things that I don't like there are some characters in the book, like Nat De Silva, who was shown in the show as Andy Bell's best friend, but in the book that's not the case. She is not the third best friend um of the trio of Andy Bell. Eventually, she was just a schoolmate of Andy Bell. There are more secrets related to them, and and the third friend of Andy Bell in the book is Cole, which has no evidence in the show. There are few characters that has been omitted from the show, and few new characters have given more emphasis, like they do not have such a great character in the book, but in show it has been shown a major role, as a major role basically. In book, the Andy Bell's character has been defined by her friends and relatives, but in the show it has been shown as a part of flashbacks and memories, so you can get an idea of that. So yeah, um, these are the things I felt about the book and the show. So the show is currently streaming on Netflix. If you want, you can watch on Netflix, or you can definitely read the book. The book is much more authentic, much more special, and much more detailed. If you'll read this, you will feel like you are reading an actual case study, which is very amazing. For the book, I will give a rating of 5 on 5, and for the show, I would give a rating of 2 on 5, because I have already read this book. I love this book, and I didn't like the show as much. I liked the book. That's it for the review. If you want me to do more such reviews, then do let me know in the comment box. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Bye.